Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and I think we should talk about this just in case something might happen. Because to be perfectly honest, this community can get their underwear in a bunch over the smallest little things. And apparently, this happened last year when Lumiere came out. So, apparently, a lot of people were expecting a very fantasy, very prince like myth for Xavier last year, but we ended up with Lumiere, whose whole story was they were filming a movie and it was in present time, and it wasn't fantastical really in any shape or form, and it caused a stir in the community, just a little bit. This isn't really a drama video that I'm going to be making right now. It's more of like a precautionary and kind of just getting the word out there and kind of informing you guys what to expect, what not to expect. And this is not also covering any veggies, okay? This is just a reminder to keep everybody's expectations very mid, because the lower your expectations are with Love and Deepspace, the higher the rewards are going to be. Unfortunately, that's just how we're gonna have to operate. And I had the idea of making this video because I've seen quite a few people starting to talk about Xavier's myth on Twitter, and people kind of what's it called? Not recanting, but like talking about what happened last year, basically. So this is Amarellis, and she says the PV will most likely drop on the 22nd. It is highly likely that there will be no new solars next year, so the companion will be with you for a really long time. I would like to remind everyone to keep your expectations reasonable so we don't repeat the same mistake last year. So again, last year everybody was expecting a very fantastical prince, prince themed myth, and we didn't get that. But to be honest, Lumiere, the story for Lumiere was when I fell for Xavier, when I added him into my harem officially. So I actually quite enjoy it. Did it not meet my personal expectations back then? I think so, yeah. Basically, yeah, it didn't really meet any expectation that I had, because I truly didn't really have any expectation. Number one, because I wasn't a part of Lad's Twit when this came out. I wasn't a part of like the community yet. I didn't really interact with anybody who played with the game. So I didn't really know what other people were going to say, what other people were expecting. I had my own like world back then, and I didn't really actually mind Xavier. Like, I was like, oh, okay, it's Xavier's myth coming out, cool, cool, cool. And then I actually like, jumped into his story, and then I pulled for his card and I got both, and I was like, wow, I actually really like Xavier. So that was my experience last year. I didn't really have any preconceptions or anything. um I was more of a Zane main back then, um until this card came out. So and then let's just read what else Amarellis has to say here. No matter what the theme is, ancient or present, no matter what the weapon is, wand or claymore, no matter what his hairstyle is, long or default, I hope everyone remembers that Xavier is what we love, and he will always stay in any form. Oh, he will always slay in any form. After the PV drops, only bring positivity to public is the best way to promote him and protect him. Our negativity will become others' weapon to stab Xavier. And to be perfectly honest, there was a lot of shenanigans covering Xavier's myth, which I won't go over in this video. I have asked you guys if you wanted me to go over it, and some of you had said yes, that you want to know what happened, so I will make a separate video. Again, I don't want this to be very heavily drama oriented. This is just, let's just keep our expectations sane. Let's just keep it like at a blank page right now, because to be honest, there are no veggies that are coming out either for this, which I am surprised. I am surprised, both in a sad way, because I would love to know and I'm eager to find out, but I'm also pleasantly surprised because I'm like, huh, maybe all of the things that Infold is doing against the veggie sellers is working, but we're gonna find out. I mean, we still have quite some time before this actual banner is going to get released and the multi-banner is going to end. We have, let's see, it's the 17th today when I'm recording this video. We have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We have a few days. If something is going to come out, if some sort of veggie is going to come out, you guys will be the first ones to find out, you know, the idea of it, the quote-unquote idea of it. But apparently, you know, from the previous veggie that we've talked about, this new myth is going to be something that we've never seen before. So I don't know if this is gonna be like ancient or present or future, maybe future, I don't know. There's a lot of questions here that we don't really know about, and we don't really have any hints. All we really know is that Xavier's probably in trouble. He's probably like in trouble in terms of his story. The fact that, you know, this is our last spring with Xavier is concerning. So there's all of those things. I'm personally very excited regardless of what this is going to be. Would I love to see him with long hair? Of course I would. It would be very, very nice to see Xavier with long hair. But I'm not, you know, banking on that. Now, if he had his hair swept back up in like a nice little updo, you know what I'm saying? Not a long hair updo, just like with gel or whatever. I think that would be really nice too. But hey, I'm just throwing things out there and seeing what sticks. But that being said, I'm gonna be excited regardless of what comes out, and I hope that you guys are going to be excited too. I'm very excited to see everybody's like reactions and whatnot when this PV is going to be released. I am 100% of course going to react to it as well the night that it does come out, and I guess that's pretty much it, you know? I don't really feel like there is any other thing here. Ooh, wow. That is quite long. What is this? For new players who don't know what happened last year, here is the summary. Oh, okay, sure. Since 1.5 months before Lumiere dropped, majority expected a Philos Prince story, particularly after seeing another Li Solar. Many assume we would have similar theme, ancient old tales, etc. Less than 10 days before the PV, suddenly Lumiere was mentioned by multiple marketing accounts and some suspicious uncle accounts. Uncles were very new at the time, so no one believed it. Oh, so there were veggies last year. The huge discrepancy between expectation and reality after Lumiere PV contributed to a mass negative public opinion and momentum for Infold, but it was Xavier who ended up taking all the bullets in public. And other fandom sees this fanning the fire in the most destructive way. It was a nightmare, I am not exaggerating. Anyone who liked the theme, the PV, the outfits would be chased down. Xavier and Lumiere fought a bloodshed road the whole year, ending up with an almighty rerun. But the price was too high, many didn't pull or rank before rerun, regretting for the whole year. Xavier was badmouthed, mocked, and ridiculed, positive voices silenced, PG pulled back all his Lumiere promotions, only used Lumiere in ads right after the banner ended. Xavier banner performance was affected. He was merely 930k short of topping game chart. What a pity. Oh, so that's what happened. Okay, so I actually didn't know. I didn't know that there was a summary here, but I guess that was what happened. Now, I wasn't actually sure exactly what happened. I just knew that people were upset that it wasn't like this fantastical banner, but I didn't know it was that bad. Wow. I actually liked it. Anyway, that's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think down below. Hopefully this didn't come out to be so drama-esque. This is just, again, another warning. Just, be chill about it, guys. I don't want to hear people comparing the solar card to the other solar cards. I don't want to hear or see any of that on my timeline. I just want everybody to be happy for Xavier Lovelies out there, and I also want anybody who wants to pull for Xavier to be happy to do so, without any judgment. This is a judge-free zone, okay? Alrighty, so that is pretty much it. Hopefully you guys are informed now. And I will cover the Xavier myth drama in a future video before his myth actually drops. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn, the Gacha Goblin, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye-bye now.